Ranking on the first page of search engines requires a massive, consistent output of high-quality content. Doing this manually means spending countless hours researching keywords, drafting articles, and scheduling posts. This chart shows what happens when speeding up that process using standard AI platforms. The traditional model charges per word or locks you behind quotas. Scaling content volume forces operational costs to spike right alongside it. Even with an AI generating the text, you are still stuck managing the production line. Someone must review the drafts, source relevant images, format the HTML, and manually push it live. Dominating search results has shifted from a traffic generation problem to a problem of production economics. The traditional model is locked behind high costs and slow manual labor. SEON acts as an automated factory, providing the infrastructure to scale while you maintain control over the raw intelligence costs. We call this model Bring Your Own Key, or BYOK. Instead of buying marked-up AI tokens from a software platform, you connect your own OpenAI or Anthropic account directly to the SEON engine. By plugging in your API key, you pay the AI provider directly at wholesale base-level costs. You avoid the heavy margins that typical software platforms bake into their monthly subscription tiers. Because the software fee is entirely separate from your AI token usage, you can generate thousands of articles without hitting an artificial paywall. Your production volume scales, but your software costs remain flat. Setting up this production line starts by supplying the engine with fuel. You do this inside the API vault. This is where you paste your primary OpenAI or Anthropic API key into the platform, securely linking your own billing account to the factory floor. Because this key connects to your billing, it requires strict protection. The moment you hit save, the key is instantly encrypted using the same standards found in financial institutions. It is never stored in plain text, meaning even the system developers cannot read it. Your API credentials remain private and locked away, safely bridging your wholesale AI account with the automation engine. With the fuel connected, you only need to provide a single input to start the research phase, one broad seed keyword related to your industry. The system immediately pulls live search data, scanning the top 5 articles ranking on Google to identify what search engines prioritize. Using this data, SEON builds a topical map, expanding into dozens of interconnected article concepts to cover the subject completely. The system automatically applies journalistic copywriting frameworks to these outlines. It structures headlines with curiosity gaps and authority markers to ensure high click-through rates in the search results. What usually takes days of spreadsheet work, manually grouping keywords and drafting headlines, is condensed into a data-backed architecture ready for production. Once the topical map is approved, your role shifts. You step away from content creation, becoming a production manager running the scheduling engine. You dictate exactly when articles go live. Set a rule to publish at 9 a.m. and 4 p.m., and the system maps the queue. When a time slot arrives, the engine writes the SEO-optimized text, structures headers, and embeds a context-matching high-resolution image. The system then compiles the final HTML, images, tags, and formatting included, and pushes it directly to your content management system or custom webhook. You now control a fully integrated pipeline. An initial keyword idea is researched, written and fully formatted, and published to a live web page without a single manual click. The final step in the setup is simply to flip the autopilot switch to active. Out of sight, background servers monitor your calendar. At the exact minute you specified, they execute the entire sequence, scraping the search results, writing the draft, placing the images, and deploying the code. Your daily routine is no longer tied to a blank page. Instead of writing and formatting posts, you are free to focus on high-level business strategy and client acquisition. Real automation separates your human time from the volume of your output. The factory keeps running, regardless of whether you are at your desk. When you check your dashboard the next morning, you see the results of that automated labor, a steady queue of comprehensive articles, already live and indexing on your website. This interface highlights the real advantage of the system. While your total publications increase rapidly, your estimated API cost remains incredibly low. Generating a heavily researched, fully formatted article costs you mere cents, billed directly by the AI provider. Producing content at an enterprise scale is no longer restricted by massive budgets or large writing teams. You can match the output of major publishers at a fraction of the historical cost. Start your trial today. Plug in your API key, enter your seed keyword, and take ownership of your automated SEO factory.